Hi everyone, Miri City is ready to host the Best Malaysia Day. That's our first news for today. The stage is all set for Miri City, the country's first non-capital town being elevated to city status in 2005 to welcome thousands of visitors to celebrate the national-level 51st Malaysia Day celebration. This time around, the celebration, to be held at the Miri City Fan, a popular fan-shaped recreational park and tourism spot located in the heart of the city, is expected to be the grandest ever. It will be grander than before, thanks to the week-long school holidays which began last Friday, as it will see a drastic increase in the volume of visitors, including those from oil-rich Brunei, about 3 hours' drive on the road from the city centre. Meanwhile, Miri City's Mayor Lawrence Lai said the countdown for Malaysia Day would kick off tonight, beginning with 916 Malaysia Day countdown with Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Adnan Satem among the 20,000 strong crowd. The Ministry of Education, MOE, should team up with other ministries to safeguard the integrity of the public examination system. Sarawak Bumiputra Teachers Union, KGBS, suggested that MOE rope in the Home Ministry and Ministry of Communication and Multimedia for this task. KGBS President Ahmad Mali said that rapid development in the country's ICT field poses a threat to the security of the public examination system. Hence, KGBS urges MOE not to compromise on the security of the public examination in order to safeguard the quality and integrity of the country's education. He was commenting on Education Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin's statement that the government would consider ways to better protect the public examination system to prevent leakage of questions. Leaks were detected for the UPSR Science and English papers last week, which sparked concern among parents and the teaching fraternity. Sarawak Teachers Union STU stressed that it was imperative for those involved with exams, especially the setting of questions, to have high integrity and moral values. Santubong Homestay has marked a new program through the signing of memorandum with Asia Tourism Alliance.com ATA, which will see cycling tours around Santubong as part of its offerings. According to Tourism Malaysia Director for Domestic Marketing, Datuk Musa Yusof, the area is a perfect ecotourism destination with its unique landscape embracing the iconic Mount Santubong. He said that area is also rich in biodiversity and historical assets, all of which will add to the rich tourism and recreational potential of the Santubong Peninsula. He added that as Tourism Malaysia realised that cycling had become a trend among locals and tourists, it had embarked on promoting cycling nationwide through the Cuti Cuti One Malaysia bike and ride packages. Additionally, Musa hoped that all agents would work hand in hand in marketing these packages and at the same time strive to leverage on ideas to offer something new to tourists. Chairperson of Sarawak Indo-Dayak Sarawak SIDS Sibu, Alice Jawan Empaling, is the first Iban woman from the Rajang Basin to be conferred the Setia Bintang Sarawak PSBS Award, which carries the title Dato'. She received the award at an investiture ceremony at the Lapau of the State Legislative Assembly building in Kuching on Saturday. The award was bestowed in conjunction with the head of state, Tun Pehin Sri Abdul Taib Mahmud's first official birthday celebration. She is also the first Iban woman recipient of PSBS here who was not involved in politics. Meanwhile, Alice felt proud and moved by the recognition given by the state government and described it as a big honour to the Dayak community, especially the Ibans in downstream Batang Rajang. She said the recognition will be a boost for her to continue contributing to the development of the Dayak communities in Sibu Division. The city affiliate of Habitat for Humanity, Malaysia, has been commended for its undertaking of a housing project for the poor at Jalan Stephen Yong here. Welfare, Women and Family Development Minister Datuk Fatimah Abdullah noted that the Borneo Blitz build would be the first and largest residential construction commissioned by the non-governmental organisation in the country. She said that Habitat for Humanity is undertaking the project with 14 houses to be built in just 6 days, and it involves the participation of local and international volunteers. She also urged for more corporate bodies to partner with Habitat for Humanity in raising awareness of eliminating poverty, housing through the establishment of safe, secure and affordable homes for the people in this city. Moving to the regional news, the Malaysia Airlines flight MH198, which was en route to Hyderabad, India from Kuala Lumpur but was forced to turn back due to an autopilot defect Sunday morning, departed at 12:32 p.m. from the KL International Airport, KLIA here. The aircraft, which was rescheduled as flight MH198D and is expected to arrive at its destination at 1:35 p.m. Hyderabad time the same day. According to a MAS statement, the MH198 aircraft departed from KLIA at 10:20 p.m. on Saturday but turned back due to a failure of its autopilot system before landing in the airport at 2:01 a.m. Sunday. The autopilot defect did not impact the safety of the passengers, but as a precautionary measure, the captain handling the aircraft decided that it return to KLIA. The government's efforts to expand broadband coverage has produced very positive results, with the penetration rate standing at 67.1% currently, said Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak. The Prime Minister said the development of a nation and telecommunications facilities were correlated and that the broadband penetration rate in the country had increased tremendously. He indicated that in 2009, the rate was only 31.7% and the latest figure this year is 67.1%, with just only 7.9% more to reach the 75% target in 2015. He added that many studies and reports, including those published by international technological associations, reported that investment to develop infrastructure resulted in increased productivity and boosted development. On the development of broadband in Langkawi, he said by 2015, the residents of the island as well as tourists would enjoy better broadband services with 3G penetration rate of 97% compared to 70% now. Najib, who is also Finance Minister, said that the development of broadband in Langkawi is a strategic investment specifically to improve Langkawi's telecommunication facilities from 2014 to 2015 at an estimated cost of 300 million ringgit. He said the investment includes the construction of 3 One Malaysia Internet centres, 261 Malaysia Wi-Fi hotspots, 10 new telecommunications towers, 2 high-speed broadband exchanges, 80 kilometres of fibre optic cable network, increasing seabed cables from Kuala Perlis to Langkawi and upgrading 2G to 3G during the period 2014 to 2015. It is understood the upgrading of the communication services is also in line with the ASEAN Summit 2015, which is scheduled to be held in Langkawi from July 20th to 22nd. Malaysian police denied media reports in Indonesia that the police were aware of the mysterious disappearance of the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 on March 8th. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said that he was shocked by such media reports since Malaysian police did not have any information about the missing flight MH370. On Saturday, an Indonesian online portal Tempo.co quoted Sutarman as saying that Kapolri and Malaysian police knew the reason for the disappearance of MH370 but would not elaborate further. MH370 has yet to be found, even after an exhaustive multinational search in the southern Indian Ocean, where it is believed to have gone down after veering off course. And now we are moving to international news. China will pledge to invest billions of dollars in India's rail network during a visit by President Xi Jinping this week, bringing more than diplomatic nicety to the neighbours' first summit since Narendra Modi became Prime Minister in May. The leaders of Asia's three biggest economies, China, India and Japan, have crisscrossed the region this month, lobbying for strategic influence, building defence ties and seeking new business opportunities. It follows a pledge by Japan to invest $35 billion in India over the next 5 years, including the introduction of bullet trains and a drive to deepen security ties during talks earlier this month between Modi and Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Tokyo. India and China are expected to sign a pact that will open the way for Chinese participation in new rail tracks, automated signalling for faster trains and modern stations that India's British-built rail system desperately needs, having barely added 11,000 kilometers of track in the 67 years since independence. China, which added 14,000 kilometers of track in the 5 years to 2011, is also pushing for a share of the lucrative high-speed train market in India, which it says would be cheaper than Japanese proposals. Chinese investment will also help narrow a trade deficit with India that hit $31 billion in 2013. US President Barack Obama is expected to detail on Tuesday a plan to boost his country's involvement in mitigating the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. The plan would involve a greater involvement of the US military in tackling the worst recorded outbreak of the deadly Ebola virus, the journal reported, citing people familiar with the proposal. The outbreak has now killed upwards of 2,400 people, mostly in Liberia, neighbouring Guinea and Sierra Leone, as poorly resourced West African healthcare systems have been overrun. The US government has already committed around $100 million to tackle the outbreak by providing protective equipment for healthcare workers, food, water, medical and hygiene equipment. Ukraine's defense minister said on Sunday that NATO countries were delivering weapons to his country to equip it to fight pro-Russian separatists and stop Russian President Vladimir Putin. Valery Halite told a news conference he had discussed weapons deliveries in bilateral meetings with NATO defense ministers during a NATO summit in Wales on September 4th to 5th. NATO officials have said it will not send lethal assistance to non-member Ukraine, but member states may do so. A ceasefire negotiated by envoys from Ukraine, Russia, the separatists and Europe's OSCE security watchdog has been in place in eastern Ukraine since September 5th. It is broadly holding despite regular but sporadic violations, especially in key flashpoints such as Donetsk. Heading to sports news, India's weightlifters will be looking to build on their newfound clean status at the Asian Games in Incheon after bagging 12 medals at this summer's Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Indian weightlifting, dodged by rampant doping scandals in the past, appeared to turn a new leaf at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow when no positive tests were reported and they emerged as the top nation in the event. If it was an improvement on 4 years earlier at the Commonwealth Games in New Delhi, where the tally was 8 medals with 2 golds, it was light years ahead of where they were in 2006. Back then, Indian lifting hit a nadir when a 12-month ban was imposed on the National Federation after 4 athletes tested positive within a year, forcing them to miss the Doha Asia completely. The haul in Glasgow was a reward for the years of effort spent cleaning up the sport in conjunction with the National Anti-Doping Agency. AC Milan moved back to the top of the Serie A table on Sunday, September 14, after a thrilling 5-4 win at the Parma, where both sides finished with 10 men. Champions Juventus and Roma, both of whom have also won their opening 2 games, sit second and third respectively, with Inter in fourth, 2 points off the pace. Milan is looking to launch a revival under new coach Filippo Inzaghi following 2 mediocre seasons and have impressed so far. Angel Di Maria scored on his home debut and Ander Herrera netted his first goal for his new club as Manchester United romped to an impressive 4-0 victory at home to Queen's Park Rangers on Sunday afternoon in the Premier League. Wayne Rooney and Juan Mata scored the other goals for United, who won for the first time this season to give Louis van Gaal his first competitive victory with the club. The win will go some way toward restoring pride at Old Trafford, where United lost 7 times last season. The Red Devils lost their first home match this season as well, falling to Swansea City on opening day. But Sunday's result suggests Van Gaal's side will be an enthralling proposition in the attacking third this term. With the win, Manchester United moved up to 9th place with 5 points from their first 4 league matches. QPR are 14th with 3 points. And now, moving on to special reports. Some places have lanes for bicycles, others for motorcycles, but there's a place in mainland China that boasts a different type of lane altogether, one for phone addicts glued to their screens. According to a Chinese publication, the cell phone lane above was spotted along a place called Foreigner Street in Chongqing City, one of the 5 major cities in the country. If the idea sounds familiar, it's because the National Geographic did something similar back in July as an experiment. The society stenciled "No cell phones" on one half of a DC sidewalk and "Cell phones walk in this lane at your own risk" on the other half. The result? Well, among other things, they found that the people actually glued to their phones didn't even notice the markings at all. Typical. Around 2 weeks out from the purported release date of the technical preview of Windows 9, videos of the upcoming operating system have hit the internet. German site WinFuture has released a mess of screenshots and videos of the upcoming code over the past few days to our benefit. The videos are worth considering as they demonstrate what Microsoft views as a proper remediation and fusion of its tablet-facing efforts included in Windows 8 and support of desktop features that echo the popular Windows 7. Microsoft declined to comment on the video showing off the new Start menu. Given that the below videos are of a preview build, keep in mind that much could still change. The user interface elements could be updated, functionality stripped or added, and so forth. That's all for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm Rajinder Hans from Tvsarawak.com. Have a nice day.